Hello and welcome. Welcome, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here. So we've completed our journey through the 7 layers of our biofield, and we've completed our journey. Well, let's make a correction on that. We have experienced our dynamic energy body and the 7 areas within the physical body that we've seen pictures of with Kirlian photography. And we've explored those layers of the biofield that are in alignment and interweave with the energy centers. I wanted to talk briefly about the energy centers that are outside, above our body, that are still within the said biofield of our body, that help to support that structure, of course. If we've got an energy body around us that's illuminating from our energy centers in our body, then of course it needs to have something there that offers it a little bit of structure, fluid but structure. And there's a vague bit of information out there. So I've been researching and looking to see what definitive information do I want to share. Well, there's nothing that's really definitive. Probably the most common are Chakra 8 and Chakra 9, as where people are starting to write information and experiences about. So I thought we'd talk briefly about Chakra 8 today and give some insight into that. Because as you know, we went from the heart, which was the astral, into the 6th, the ajna, which was the celestial. And then we went up into the 7th, which was the etheric. Those are all the biofields that I'm representing. So that's that energy bubble, so to speak, that we walk amidst. That's our energy signature, really. Before I go into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah O'Neill. I am the CEO and founder of blissbe.me, integrative holistic health. Blissbe.me. Sometimes I say that a little quickly because it's so easy to roll off my tongue. I'm here to share because I care. And we are in what is our last week together after over 100 episodes. So I'm so glad if you are just tuning in for the first time, welcome and thank you. There's over 100 replays. And this week is our week to dabble in things that are new, that we're exploring more a greater curiosity to what is. So when we talk about the Chakra 8, it's often referred to as the soul star. And it sits above the head approximately, some people say 6 to 8 inches. And of course, with the biofield, that expands and contracts with our own body. So the measurement of that would be subjective to the person and what they're experiencing in that moment in time. But it sort of makes sense. It doesn't sort of make sense. It makes sense to me because when I put my hands up over my head, as I often do, I sense something. I sense something. And this would probably be where the soul star would sit, would probably where your hands would comfortably, sure, we can go up to the 9th or 10th chakra with our hands fully extended, perhaps when we're in a yoga pose and we're doing that mountain pose. So, and we're reaching like the mountain. But if you were to comfortably put your hands over your head, that would probably be about where the 8th chakra would be. And I'm referring to another author that I often refer to, Patricia Mercier. And so I love the way that she's written about the soul star. And Barbara Brennan has also written about the soul star. And there's a few others. But I try to stick to the books that I've studied in college with regards to, and well, that's not my truth. See, where did that come from? I love taking it from a bunch of books, just like I do a recipe, and creating my own flavor to it, to what feels right and resonates for me. And that's what I invite you to do too. So it's in a direct line. It says that in a direct line and merging into the fountain-like golden violet energies of the crown chakra. So of course, it's going to follow that same Hara line. The Hara line actually goes right down into the earth with another earth chakra that's outside of the body that we will also speak to, which makes sense as well. It would make sense that there's the chakra that's reinforcing that energetic field below the body as above the body, and it helps to keep that alignment, that line that we set up, that antenna that we put up. It helps to find that. Where I think, often I've said that when we're doing our alignment, that it's kind of like it locks into place. I believe that it does. I get this little click or something, sometimes a little ping in my head when I feel that the alignment is there. And it makes sense that we're aligning with those energy centers that are outside of our body that help to direct that super highway. And it is our connection to the whole of our Milky Way galaxy and pulses information from the galactic source to each awakened individual. And that's where we're going. We're going way past that Milky Way, past that galaxy. In return, awakened souls transmit thought forms back to the source while still in the physical body. And we're asking to receive information. But upon releasing the body at death, a seed of all that an enlightened being will remain in that soul star. This is why ancient peoples said that they became stars in the night and affirmed that while their bodies may die, their souls never would. The soul star can be activated with the use of crystals. And the crystals that they suggest is selenite. And selenite is, just so that you know, it's a beautiful white, milky crystal. And I can show you actually. I just had my crystals out last night, 2 nights ago, I guess, for the full moon. And so I've just put them back in. I think I'll go back to my seat. So that's selenite. And it helps to create that connection. Oopsies, wrong way. There we go. So once again, it takes reference back to our trusted crystals that are part of our strength, right? Leaning into our strengths. So when we do our grounding and centering and aligning, which we'll go into straight away, let's work with the 8th chakra. And we'll work with that presence of that selenite to support us in that journey upwards with that Hara line. Selenite crystals, they're pretty inexpensive, and they come in massive sizes, and they're even now made into lights. So if you're interested in getting yourself a piece of selenite, do some research and see the many forms that it comes in. And yeah, let's go into our grounding, centering, and aligning, and working with this newer chakra 8, the soul star, as we imagine our feet on the floor and allow our feet to drop into Mother Earth. And the chakra that's below our feet is also called like the Earth star. And going down into past the Earth's crust. Feel that etheric line, that tree root. See if you can feel it actually piercing through the Earth's crust and down into the rocks and the sand, down into the molten warmth of the molten. It's chilly here again today, so I'm taking in that warmth. Down to that crystalline core, and wrap your energetic field, your etheric feet around that crystalline core, and bring up that Mother Earth energy up through that Hara line that you've set into the full foot. Now allow it into the physical body. Give it permission. I consent to receive. I give permission to heal whatever needs to be healed. And allow it to come into the full foot and bring it up evenly, up into the legs, into the knees and the thighs and the hips. Allow it to come into the deep lower portion of your abdomen, and put your hand there and engage the deep diaphragmatic breath as we bring that Mother Earth energy up the body. Might want to take a clearing sigh with sound. See if you can take it to get the last of that CO2 out, to cleanse the body of that stale CO2, that part of the breath that we don't often activate and breathe out. It just kind of sits there as we breathe in and breathe out. And allowing that Mother Earth energy to come up into the lungs as we expand, and into the shoulders, and down the arms to the hands. And bring the hands up through to the throat and allow the Mother Earth energy to come up through the throat and fill the head. And if it feels right to you, open it up to the Sahasrara and bring it up and out. You might even be able to give the 8th chakra a little kiss with intention with the Mother Earth energy as we allow it to cascade down our body, clearing that first layer of the biofield, clearing the biofield. Who knows? Maybe it clears more than one area of the biofield. Send the intention to clear the biofield as we allow it to cascade back down the body. And coming in and bringing our attention back to that healiing as we start to extend it up our body and find that centering place, that point of stillness. And bring it up, up, up. Continue to bring that aligning, that hairline up. And allow that still point to still to find itself. If that works, that you do them simultaneously, feel into that. And now with intention, take that fine line, create that fine line up through, bring your attention back down to the very central core of the earth, and the intention to create that hara line, straight line, no distractions, up through the spine, the head, through the solar system, through the Milky Way galaxy, up into the cosmos, a fine line. Permission, consent to receive this golden white light, this golden white divine, God, source, creator energy down this superhighway that you've just created. And permission to receive, permission to heal, permission to glow with this beautiful, luminescent, effervescent, golden white light energy. Bring it into the head. Allow, you might want to move your eyes, move your jaw, create some space for it to allow whatever does not serve you to release, any tension to release. Breathe it in. The chakras are above the head, are often referred to as gateways. Just like the throat is the gateway between the mind and the body, such as these chakras, energy centers, are gateways. There are transpersonal, transcendent gateways. And let's bring our awareness to our breath. Feeling the coolness on our nostrils as we inhale, and the warmth on our nostrils as we exhale. And breathing to those parts in our body that have tension right now. I'm preparing to go into our mantra meditation, but first we're going to take a look at if there's anything in the body that's going to take us out of that mantra meditation. Is there anything in your body with its hand up saying, pick me, I need attention today? Now we've got this beautiful, subtle energy, subtle body, internal intelligence communication. I love to call it communion because it feels so much more sacred to me. I'm communing. It's like a whole body hug. And just take a minute now to breathe to anywhere that has tension and offer it the permission to release. Offer it its freedom. Go play, cells. Go play. Go play energy. No, you don't need to be here. I don't need protection. I am safe. Often those blocks are because of some thought form that's caused some egoic need to protect, to grasp onto. I'm free. I'm free. You be free, body. You be free. We are free. We're growing together in this. Have whatever communication is required, that whatever insight that you're getting, trust that. And remind the body that the arms and the legs are part of the whole. The upper body and the lower body are part of the whole. Sometimes our upper body wants to do all the work. They don't share it with the legs. Together we're better. More parts make light work. It really is simply that. Paying attention, creating that awareness. And now we're going to take our awareness into the mantra meditation as we keep that alignment. Nothing rigid, something fluid that works for you. And we go into that so hum, inhaling on the so and exhaling on the hum. I am is the Sanskrit, English translation to the Sanskrit mantra so hum. And let's connect with the field of so hum. Allow yourself to connect to that field. And did you just get little a notion that you connected to the field? Did you feel something in the body? Start to pay attention. Well, create our awareness of that when we accept and request and receive. That field is filled with possibilities, infinity. And when we collect to that together, or just even on your own, you're collecting to the whole. When I connect to that field, the field of my mantra on full moon meditation, when I sit with the lineage of the Himalayan tradition, we all sit at a particular time in the day all over the world. And we all sit in that field. We all tune into that field. It's really palpable, and it's hard to come out of. I can sit in that for 45, 60 minutes with ease. Bringing in the so on the inhale and the hum on the exhale. So once again, it's just leaning into the strength of that field, playing to our strengths, your strengths, so that we can have the best experience for ourselves, however that is in that moment. I get kicked out. You'll get kicked out just with the thoughts. We simply come back with grace, compassion. Let's take a minute here, 2 minutes in stillness. Let's go for 2 minutes. With such deep love to you all. Stay as long as you can. Leave when you need. I love you. Like and share the information. Breathing in so, exhaling hum. No pause, no jerks, no noise, no judgment. Curl your lips up just a little. Thank you so much for sitting with me. I kind of lost track of time. I didn't know if we started at 9:06 or whether we started at 9:08. So I'm not sure if that was 2 minutes or 4 minutes, but that's just what happens. If you go into meditation, when you go into meditation, I used to set a time clock because I found I would get lost in time. And if I had some time constraints, then I didn't want to be opening one eye and seeing what time it was. So I invite you to use, whether it's your timer that's in the kitchen or your timer that's on the phone, set something so that you can simply be in that space. Let's see what the Mother has for a beautiful offering for us today. What do you want us to know today? All you beautiful souls. When I do this, it's like I can feel where there's the draw. It's so interesting. I love working with oracle decks and cards, and it gives me a point of reference to start writing. Prayer. I liken meditation to prayer. It's a great place to be with your higher self, divine God, creator, source, the place of many names. All sincere prayers are granted. Every call is answered. We pray that divine should teach us ever more, enlighten us more and more, dispel our ignorance, illumine our minds. All sincere prayers are granted. Every call is answered. We pray that the divine should teach us ever more, enlighten us more and more, dispel our ignorance, illumine our minds. Oh, they get me every time. Allow your mind to illumine. Allow yourself to step into that connection with divine creator source, whatever that is. Ask for guidance, open to receive what shows up, because it will. Hope to see you tomorrow. Make it a great day.